Hello, welcome. I'm Caster. I'm actually an Spanish developer. I have been developing for around 5 years already, and also work as a 3D modeler. I'm a translator to English and Japanese and Spanish into the community. Yeah, sure. Actually, my day is going pretty good so far. I think I literally just woke up, I think 2 hours ago. And then literally, I just woke up as always. I always like drinking a coffee while checking all my DMs and actually checking all the progress I'm doing in the games I'm developing in. And also, I always like to talk to my family. I could say that. But mostly, is have been doing pretty good so far. Well, actually, in my honest opinion, I don't think I can call myself or somebody can call themselves such a good developer because no matter how good is your quality, actually, no matter how bad is your quality, depending on where you want to view the point, if someone makes a good model, for example, very detailed, we could get it good. We could call it bad if it's not that detailed. But I think what I think makes you a good developer is that people love the game you're making, and actually, in that case, I'm pretty glad and happy people love the game I'm making because actually, I always love making games that people can enjoy and spend a good time in. Um, well, actually, my goals as a developer is that I actually wanna make a even bigger front page game. So around 2020, I make Gladiator Simulator, and actually right now I'm working on Banter Tale. I'm not like the owner, but I'm developer in Banter Tale. And the thing is that actually, as my career, I have been focusing pretty much all this year on just working on front page games. And the thing is that actually my goal is making a game even bigger. Actually, I'd like, if it's possible, being invited to the Bloxy by the next 1 or 2 years by developing a really big game that everybody can enjoy and everybody can join. Actually, I think actually I would need to make the game being fun and Xbox compatible to do that. But actually, that's kind of the goal I want to get. Mm, I mean, it depends. It depends for where you want to sit. The thing with the Gladiator Simulator is that actually was pretty good, but actually we just let the game die. So if you want to count literally about conqueror players, if you want to count about how much money it made, probably I would say Gladiator Simulator. But if you want to say a game that has been literally living through the time and everybody keep playing it, even right now and I keep having updates, probably would be Legends of RPG that I literally working with my friends at Zero MSH that I work literally with them in that project. I could say actually that's like the longest one I have been working. I think already for 2 years the project. So I think it will depend if you ask me from like the biggest one for players or actually the longest one I have been working in all these years. But I think pretty much would be Gladiator if you ask me like personally. Limits like for example an item or okay, in my honest opinion, I don't. I mean, I just have owned two literally. I just have bought two limiteds. The first one I bought is literally a hat that is kind of like between red and blue, like water and fire. Another one is the face I'm wearing right now. And after that, I haven't bought another limited. The other limited that I got in my account, I guess, is because a friend gave it to me. I don't really, I'm not really into limiteds because actually for me would be way better to keep those robots, and actually with those robots, probably get a team. With that team, I actually could make a new game, and with that game, I could make more robots. Actually, I remember that around 2019. I remember my friend showed me how he literally from 100,000 robots he made a million just because he hired with that. Actually, he was between buying literally a limited and becoming a trader into robots, and actually becoming like be a developer and invest that money to make a game and get more from it. And uh, actually for that example, I just kind of follow it from my friend. I just learned that. And actually, I'm not really into limited because of that. I rather used to invest everything into developing. Mm, we could say that in that part, but it's mostly we could say that. I use that at least for me. I think it's better having the robots because actually unlimited, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have an item that nobody else could have. But I think actually it would be better to invest that money and get more money from it. You know, it's like way better. I think I started developing when I was around 13 years old. I think 13, maybe almost 14, I guess. I'm already 17. I'm turning actually 18 this year. I have been developing for around 4 or 5 years. I think around 13 I started. I started literally on 3D modeling. I have been working all these years as a 3D modeler. I have explored other kind of things like animations, programming, GFX, but actually pretty much I just love 3D modeling. I just love creating things. I just love being in my imagination and making things real on Blender. I think it's just handsome. Thank you so much. Actually, that's a pretty good question. Personally, I worked for around 3 4 years only into Roblox, because actually that's the only platform I know. But actually, recently, um, since the beginning of the year, I have been actually trying to work into VR chat. VR chat is mostly a platform where people can get their avatars, and actually my friend literally were the one to motivate me to do that, because actually he was like, "Hey, Caster, why don't you try to make your own avatars, and actually you can develop your own avatars and you can wear them and you can develop other people's avatars." And was kind of like, "Hey, actually that would be pretty sick." So I'm also getting into that kind of business, that we could say. But outside that, like literally that, not really. I pretty much just love Roblox. What I could say is that for beginners, and not just for beginners, for any developer, keep your word. First of all, I remember again a couple 1 2 years ago that they literally say that they would make an update every day, every week, a big one. But after a couple months, we released that he used to start making an update every month or every 2 months, and people were completely upset, and people dislike the game a lot because of they lie. So, like, keep your word. If you're gonna tell to your community that you're gonna do something, do it. The second thing is that also listen to your community. Remember that even if you're the developer, the ones who are playing the game and are spending their time in are your community. So you want to make your community happy. And the third one, please, like goddamn, please have a clearly idea of what you're making. It can take time. A project, it takes time. You don't make a project from Monday to Friday. So literally try to think first what you want to do, what you want to make, how you want to make it, and then you can start hiring people. If you do that, literally you're gonna increase the chance that you finish your project. because I have seen tons of developers that literally they start making a project because they don't have a clear idea of what they want to make, how they want to make it. Actually, they make their scripters upset. They tell the scripter to do a thing like, for example, to go to the left, and then after they tell them to go to the right, and then go to the top, and then go to the bottom. And then literally the creator just get upset because he doesn't have a clear idea. So either way they just quit or the game ends up having bugs. Because they changed the idea pretty much. So I would say those three things to like any developer actually, if they want to make a game. To be honest, I actually think it would be pretty good. In the case that actually when at is we talked that you invited me, and I'm pretty much thank you very much for inviting me. What I thought is that it would actually be really great for beginners. If any beginner developer wants literally to learn a little bit more about developing a process of tips, actually could be great because actually it would be pretty hard even if you check on that button, even if you check on YouTube, even if you go to Discord channels or whatever. It actually would be really hard to get a really good advice from a developer because mostly everybody is working on their own things. I always thought that chatting between developers is not more than just job. And actually, you want to get an advice from someone, you need to be their friends. And actually, pretty much like I said, I even in all these 5 years, even when I have met like tons of developers, like hundreds of developers, I can only say that probably 10 of them they are my friends, to be honest. So I could say literally that this is a good way that to literally beginners and actually developers to improve or literally get an idea or tips to make their games even better, I guess. So I pretty much approve and literally trust this project actually. I actually hope you're doing great. I actually pretty much like it. So thank you very much for having me actually. Damn. Oof. I know a couple people that gonna watch this because they're gonna send the video, gonna kill me, but I must say pizza. Pizza is like the best thing ever. Literally, you can eat it with people or without people. It's like the best thing. Literally, if you buy a burger, you're gonna just go to a party with a burger. But if you go with a pizza, everybody gonna say like, "Oh yeah, the pizza man." Exactly. And you can add whatever you want actually. So it's pretty good. Bye. Thank you very much for watching.